Welcome back to UK Movies, your home for the best of British sci-fi. Episode 4 has officially changed the game for the war between the land and the sea. We finally saw the true face of the Severance Protocol and met the terrifying new Sea Devil ambassador, Tide. I'm breaking down the political conspiracy inside UNIT and what Salt's escape means for the future of the Homo Aqua. Is a global biowar inevitable? Let's discuss, review of the war between the land and the sea. The war between the land and the sea's fourth episode didn't feel as drawn out as the previous one because it at least included some action. But some things aren't fitting together as they ought to. Some of the writing is ridiculous, and it seems to change at random. To begin with, early on, humans made great efforts to accommodate Homo Aqua. They constructed everything, including the water tunnels. Now that Salt and the others are merely strolling around, how can they account for the abrupt change? Although an explanation ought to have been provided, it wasn't. We also never witnessed the fate of the Titanic or all of the garbage. The Titanic won't simply vanish overnight. Even Barclay and Salt's romance feels a little implausible and hurried. Should we acknowledge that they actually hooked up? Do these indeed belong to Homo Aqua? Although there should be clear distinctions between humans and Homo Aqua, those distinctions are rapidly diminishing. Barclay is frequently depicted as a weakling and an idiot. He shouldn't have been foolish enough to contact Kirby's second phone, Shirley. He ought to have known that the government was aware of the phone if he was a wanted fugitive or whatever. The writing is disorganized and lacking in coherence. A 5 out of 10 is given to this episode. You can find summaries of the war between the land and the sea here. Learn how to help our independent website by subscribing to our channel for updates. Click here to find out more about advertising with us. Partici. Kate thinks it won't be possible for Barclay to speak with Salt. Salt has accepted responsibility in the sight of the world. She is therefore a prisoner of war. An asset container containing Salt is displayed. Those killed are identified in a news report. Shirley and Jane discuss the fatalities and the likelihood that they won't be able to bodies. Kate promises to personally deliver Louise's possessions to her mother. Kate objects about being followed, but Shirley recommends hiring a personal guard. Miklos Konstantinos is recognized as the murderer. He was removed from head of the Hellenic army in 2010 and was born in Athens. In 2011, he appeared as a mercenary with forces who supported Gaddafi. Since 2019, he has been unseen. Kate starts to cry. Who hired Miklos, she wonders. General Oscar Gunsberg, Stuart Alexander, is asked by Prime Minister Harry Shaw, Vincent Franklin, if this is related to them. Gunsberg disputes any involvement. They have proof that this man worked for the Institute of Los Clemente, which sent Ted on his mission, according to General Dominique Dusselier, Barbara Probst. They may therefore be in danger. Ted was glad to sacrifice his life for the Institute despite having stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The Prime Minister finds out that the Institute is a billionaire-funded private think group. The Great Replacement theory makes their intentions quite evident. They fear that humans will be replaced by Homo Aqua. Shaw wonders if there is a relationship with them. Gunsberg claims he can use force to shut down the Institute in 2 hours. He can then give them to UNIT. There is still one issue. Ted Campbell was a colleague of Spears, Sir Keith. In 2015, Keith also made a financial investment in the Institute. Although Gunsberg doesn't believe he had anything to do with the explosion, he is confident that the authorities will discover the connection. They will discover that Keith is a member of Severance if they look into him. Keith makes a connectee. Kate believed that nobody was aware of them. They were all pleased for her, according to Shirley. When questioned about Keith Spears' murder, Kate claims it was a terrorist act. She later has second thoughts and instructs Jane to look into it. The alarm sounds. Life forms are getting closer. Given that Barclay is absent, Kate consents to serve as the ambassador. 8 Homo Aqua and a novel way of existence. Kate converses with the fighter. Why are they all crazy, the warrior wonders. He asserts that they entered their world and committed suicide in order to exacerbate the current situation. Kate goes wild and pulls out her earphones. She acknowledges that none of them can respond to that query. Kate apologizes and gives an explanation. The response is accepted by Ambassador Tide. Tide inquires about Salt. He claims that Salt abandoned Aquakind to perish in order to preserve a human life. As Salt assisted Barclay, they were killed. There is a doom beneath the sea that she must endure. Tide insists on knowing her location. Together, Salt and Barclay come out of the water. Tide finds out that Barclay is the reason they lost Salt. Kate informs Tide that she cannot give Salt to him if he plans to punish her. Then, according to Tide, they are at war. He sees that Kate is filled with fresh hopelessness. He thinks she will make an effort to stop losses in the future. They're sick of waiting, according to Tide. They will escalate if necessary. Tide warns them about Rust, their third ambassador. They can make a rust-producing weapon. It will devour automobiles, rockets, and cities. The negotiations are concluded, according to Tide. He wants them to track down Salt and bring her back. Additionally, the humans are mandated to move forward with plans to alter their reality within 5 years. Tide also wants Earth's name to be changed. Prime Minister Shaw is informed by Gunsberg that Salt must be located. Although the samples have been examined, Severance has never been tested.